I'm coming to you as I do every morning from my convenience store around the corner from my house. This morning I did a full back workout and I'm very happy with the results. I did something I very rarely do for the first exercise. I dropped the weight. I always start out with a straight arm pull down. And the person who recommended that I start with that suggested that I use it as a warm up. And it made sense, but as the ego gets involved, I got heavier and heavier. The form suffered, and it didn't serve as a workout any longer. It was a full-fledged, heavy-duty exercise. So I backed it up 10 pounds today, concentrated on my form, and I got my 4 sets in, increasing weight each set, and increase again next week, but keeping it within reason, keeping it within proper technique, and keeping in mind that it is a warm-up exercise more than anything else. The second exercise was bent over rows. I've seen many videos of people doing it with an underhand grip, and I've done it before that way as well. So I tried the first set underhanded, and while I did feel it was effective, it had a much shorter range of motion for me. So for the second, third, and fourth sets, I did return to my overhand style that I always use. And of course, the weight increased each set as well. So I'm up to, well, I don't discuss weights. I'm sorry, I forgot that. Because, well, a couple reasons. One is that people seem to challenge me all the time, and I'm not interested in competing against anyone. I'm competing against myself. But also, you know, people do heavier weight, but their technique is lousy, so big deal. Who cares? I used to, but I don't anymore. And then, just for convenience sake, I started this last week, and I think I'm going to keep it. I do 3 different variations of pull downs. I do a wide grip pull down, and then I turn it in, and I go about halfway across the bar, so it's like shoulder width. And then up until last week, I was doing a narrow pull down. And to save time with changing the weights, because I do the same weights for each exercises, I did it in like a giant set version, where I would go from one variation to the other variation to the third variation, change the weight, and then do it all over again. And it saves a little bit of time. And any time I can save in the hot Filipino sun is good. But I did specify that I did this last week, and the reason is because I bought a new V-handle, and today was the first day that I used it, a V-handle, so I can really get the inner back when I do the pull downs. So I did all 3 of those sets. I'm ready to go up. The only problem is that my home gym, the bar in which I place the weight for the pull down attachment, is going to fill up within the next 2 weeks. I won't be able to increase the weight. So my plan is to experiment with the resistance bands and find the best way to attach them for each of my exercises, so I can continue my progressive overload, which I'm such a firm believer in. The final set that I did was seated rows. My home gym does not have an attachment where I can do a seated row, so what I do is I wrap my resistance bands around the pull down attachment and then pull it. Up until today, I was using the handles that come with the resistance bands, but today I had the V handles, so I did that. I ran the bars around the attachment, and then I hooked them all together on the other end to the V handle. Speaking of the V handle, it was a little difficult to change it in
chicken or cubes.
One. Thank you. Had a customer at the store. I apologize. That's why we opened the store, right? To sell things. It was hard to change it, so I started thinking, and you could smell the wood burning. The first thing that I thought of was having one of my neighbors file down the metal because the handle itself, just above the hole that you connected to the carbiner, is that how you pronounce it? It's a little pointed. So I figured if somebody could file it down a little bit, that would help. Or if they can go in, bore out the hole a little bit, that would have helped too. But then I started thinking, well, you know, I have many carbiners of multiple sizes. So I experimented with a few of those and found that by changing the size of the carbiner that I was initially using, I'll be able to use this without having to do any kind of serious modifications to it. And that's what I've been all about these couple weeks if you've been watching my videos. Modification, modification, modification. So many things when you work out on your own in a home gym with limited space have to be modified. And I'm pretty proud of myself with the modifications that I've come up with over the last month or so. And again, I have to make it known. These modifications do not originate from intelligence. Necessity is the mother of all invention. I'll take it a step further. Laziness is the mother of all invention. I get desperate, I get lazy, I try and think of another way to do something. And that's been very successful for me for many, many years, but especially in the last month or so with the weightlifting. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So I had a good workout. I'm going to be trying my new protein. Well, I actually tried this flavor yesterday for the first time. A1 protein. It comes out of the Philippines. It is half the price of all the proteins that I've sold before. And it comes with about, give or take, 12 more servings. But I love the fact that it's a single package because I spill powder all over the place. And with two than a 5-pound container, especially when I go to wrestling shows and other things like that. So I like the product. I like their enthusiasm. Other companies have sent me merchandise to try, but I've had to pay for the shipping. This company has full faith in me. Shipping free. Willing to wait for me because I want to make them, I want to promote for them, but I want to promote in the best possible manner. So I'm not just going to rush out a video. It's not good enough in my opinion. So I have my friends working on it as well, and I'm proud to be affiliated with them, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to start heavily promoting. I'm only doing like light promotion right now, but heavy promotion until I'm ready and prepared to do it in the manner it deserves. Sorry, didn't mean to turn this into a commercial, but I'm very impressed with this product. Please subscribe to this channel, please view, please like, please comment. Try and keep the comments positive if you can. If you have any suggestions for videos you want to see,